Ahoy guys, welcome to the Drunken Ship Podcast. I am your host, the one who is many, CyberCalamity, alongside my co-host, the man who bleeds PlayStation Blue, he drapes himself in blue, sits in a blue room, Tay Infinite. And next to him we have the Puerto Rican Reggie Watts, Bryan, and last but not least, the angriest 8-bit man in YouTube, Colin. MonkeyOmega. Colin, every time I say your name, I want to say Colin Mortarati because
I think Angry Video Game Nerd would argue with that statement.
Oh,
I haven't watched that guy in years.
I haven't. Is he still around? Does he still abuse his employees?
Yeah, he does.
Was that
That's
him?
what I've heard. That's like the whole.
Wait, he
controversy
abuses
thing, right?
employees, really?
It was someone like that. I think it was him.
Did you watch his Pepsi Man video?
I've seen
the
I've seen a good bit of his videos.
The dude that plays the Pepsi Man, I wrote a pilot for a cartoon show with that guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know.
It's fucking awesome.
Is Angry Video Game Nerd the guy do movies too? I know him from Godzilla Cinemassacre or some mess.
He does Cinemassacre, yeah, where he does like movie reviews and stuff. Yeah,
I know him from that. I don't watch the game stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the guy that did abusive stuff, right? Or someone in the company did.
No,
I don't
talking
know.
about Nostalgia Critic.
That's who I'm thinking.
That's
of.
what you're talking about.
Nostalgia Critic.
Wait, are they the same person?
No, they're not
They
the same
work for the
person.
same company.
I don't know. I can't remember their faces. It's some dude with glasses.
Yeah, they work for like Screen Rant or Game Rant or something like that.
Screenwave.
Yeah.
They work from Screenwave. It's a whole situation. They're great. And Angry Video Game Nerd, awesome. Nostalgia Critic is like, whatever. What have you guys been up to the last week? I feel like we didn't record one for Christmas, so we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks.
Yeah, then
What have you guys been up
now
to?
it's New Year's.
Yeah, how was your guys' what'd you guys do for Christmas? How was it? It looks like
I
Tay
ate so
got an
much food.
igloo for Christmas because he's living in one right now.
He's living in one right now.
I'm in Antarctica right now.
It's like obnoxiously. You need to have a white shirt. That'd be like a good background, like a white shirt with the blue hue over you.
The polar bear just slams
Yeah,
the door.
ice cold.
Nah, Christmas is another Christmas. Sit home. I think I watched Star Wars.
What a Scrooge answer. Christmas is another Christmas.
Yeah, like I tell someone.
Boo!
I mean,
I
yeah,
haven't
it was
been,
just kind of another Christmas.
I got a super excited Christmas in 70 years. It's just like
Same, man. Same.
Yeah.
Christmas is hard for me. I haven't felt very Christmassy the last 5 years.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I think I
Don't bumming
watched
me out.
the episode of Star Wars.
It's fine. It's hard.
Ate some candy.
Yeah. I
I
basically
visited
did
my
what Tay
parents
did.
and
I
I
just
ate a
hung
bunch of
out. I
food.
watched a couple movies. Didn't really do a whole lot. Ate
you guys spend-
a big ass breakfast.
Did you guys spend it with your families at all, or just your significant others?
It was me
significant
and
other
it was
mostly.
me and my mom.
Oh, what you do,
Tay,
Bryan?
who'd you spend it with?
Family.
Everyone keeps talking at the same time. I gotta break this up. We gotta go into turn tier. Bryan, who'd you spend it with?
Just with Annie, we watched. What the hell did we do? I think we watched a movie or TV and we just hung out. And
You guys had movie
played
night,
video
right?
games. That's
Was that
about it.
Christmas Day?
We had a movie night Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
it's
that's what it was. We
Christmas
did have a
Eve.
movie
Okay.
night Christmas Eve. I just spent it with Annie and you fuckers. That's all I did.
Mm.
Now, do you guys celebrate Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
So this is Puerto Ricans celebrate Christmas Eve. So I went to my parents' house for Christmas Eve, and then did nothing for Christmas Day. But I always get fucking confused because Christmas Day and Christmas Eve are the same fucking thing for me.
Yeah, Brian, I
all
saw
of-
people talking about this on Twitter lately. I didn't understand it. And now you
Yeah.
clarified that. That's a thing?
So,
People
like,
celebrate it.
In
Christmas
in
Eve?
Puerto Rico, we celebrate Noche Buena, which is literally means the good night.
I love nachos.
Yeah, shut up. We celebrate Noche Buena, which literally means the good night, and that's when we open presents. People come over at 6, and we eat pernil and arroz con gandules and all that bullshit, and we stuff ourselves with silly amounts of food, and then we open gifts and everybody goes home. And then Christmas Day, we're recovering from the hangover of Christmas Eve.
Bro,
So what do you
this
do
is so
Christmas Day?
weird.
Just
Because
nothing?
I'm not Puerto Rican, but I've been celebrating Christmas Eve like that forever.
Yeah, it's I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I always celebrated Christmas on Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day literally does nothing to me. But
think-
Christmas Eve, yeah, I would go down to my grandparents' house, and we would like grill ribs, and everyone would meet like at 6 o'clock, and then we'd like eat and open presents and do all that bullshit, and then go home. And then Christmas Day we would take down the Christmas tree or whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did. We just
like
What'd you say,
Christmas Eve. If I go to my hometowns, family's probably drinking and eating. But Christmas Day is still the normal Christmas Day. It's not like we celebrate it like Bryan does and his family, but it's like we don't always do it, but it can happen.
Do you open your gift on Christmas Day or Christmas
Day?
Eve?
Yeah, that's always a thing, Christmas Day. But like if Christmas Eve, if family around, we drink or something or eat whatever.
Yeah. We get drunk and then we open gifts on Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah. We would so we would go down to my grandma's house. We'd open presents and eat and stuff. And then after we did all that, we'd go over to my uncle's house, which is it's all in the same fucking like 20 feet area. We just go to different houses and we go play cards and get really hammered.
See, on Thanksgiving, I have 2 Thanksgivings in one day. I go from my family.
I do. I
Then
used
go to my grandma's house and eat. So it's really bad, but I used to have 2 Thanksgivings in one day. It's awesome.
I fucking hate Thanksgiving because of that, because I would have to eat stuff.
We used to
I'm still
do
eating leftovers, man.
we used to do we got one gift to open on Christmas Eve, and then the rest we had to wait till Christmas Day to open up. So while we were drinking and eating Christmas dinner or Christmas Eve dinner and stuff, we would get one gift each to open up as like a little teaser for tomorrow. And then we'd open up the rest of them on Christmas Day.
You guys still eating Thanksgiving leftovers?
Tay, stop.
Yeah, Tay needs to stop. I've already
we
commented on that.
We
I
get
have
that
nothing
you're
else to
eating
say.
fucking vile, old-ass food, bro. We get it. This is a cry for help if I've ever seen one. We get it, man.
What do you expect me to come up?
Tay, just say that you eat old fucking food. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah,
Hey, it's been a month. Are you okay, bud?
Yeah, it's delicious. Slaps.
No, it's not. What is
dude,
it?
no.
What is it? What food are you still eating, Tay?
Those are the parasites talking, my friend.
Yeah, the worms.
It's you got the worms are fucking Futurama, and you controlling your head.
I just slapping, man. Just waiting for the
That's where the powers are coming from, man.
Tay thinks he's eating rice. He's eating like a bowl of maggots.
That's nasty. That's real nasty. Oh god.
Did you guys ever watch Ghost Ship?
Yeah, dude, I remember that, baby.
Yeah, that's exactly like what he's doing. He's eating.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
He's like,
dude.
why is this rice moving around so much? That's disgusting, Tay. Seek help.
I am the help. Jordan, what's the topic for today, man? What are we talking about?
Bro, we got a hefty topic today. We're doing... So the topic today is Drunken Ship, a year in review.
2020.
2020. Now, I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people know this. Some people probably do know this. But Drunken Ship actually started back in
2016.
26. Was it 2015 or 2016?
16.
2016.
Back in the spring, maybe.
Yeah.
I remember you guys working on Drunken Ship back in the day.
Yeah. We used to ask you all questions all the time too, right? When you was doing what's the name?
I was doing for Film Tech, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
which is why I never joined up with you guys. But yeah, go ahead, Crockett.
So not a lot of people. For those who don't know, me and Tay started Drunken Ship back in 2016 when we were in college, and we did that for a little while. And it was mainly we only did like 4 podcasts, and we broke them up into parts. And then we also had like gameplay videos, and it was kind of like we're just kind of learning how just like YouTube worked and everything. And then we kind of got busy with school. Our school got a little bit more serious on like what we're doing. And it was kind of hard to like meet on the same day, film, and then get time to edit and stuff. And it was kind of getting like a little bit overwhelming for us. So we ended up stopping. I think stopped in 2016, right?
I think like early 2017, something like that. When did Battlefield 1 come out?
Yeah, this was probably the last live stream.
Maybe.
I remember
like,
look it up.
2016
at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2016, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
So through 2016, Drunken Ship was like, that was its lifespan. It was pretty much just the whole of 2016 we're filming. and upload and stuff, and then that was the end of its lifetime too. And then so I kind of have a little talking points here, but
Yeah, why is he looking at that? We actually had moments throughout the years like we should bring it back, and we just never got to it.
yeah, we always kind of like there was always like little fragments of like wanting to do it again, and then
Jordan, in fact, not to cut you off, but it was last year around this time we discussed this at your house. Remember that? New Year's Eve. I was at your house New Year's Eve. You remember that? Was it a
because
counter?
that was the Game Awards, right?
No, it was after the Game Awards. Remember I came down there? It was like, I know Adriana wasn't there. And you gave me like a glass of bourbon or whiskey, whatever it was.
Well, okay,
that's
that's actually one of the talking points here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've
That's
seen
funny.
the
A year later.
but like so we kind of have this like creative itch. So I wasn't doing anything creative for like a while, and after a while I kind of get this like I just like, you guys ever like just sat down all day on the couch and then you just feel like, man, I feel like shit for not moving around for like 8 hours.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a lot of what like 2019 was for me.
And so like me not being able to like create something like artistically or just having some kind of outlet, it gives me like this weird, I gotta like make something. So I've been wanting to, I started to get back into Twitch, and then I kept talking to Tay about like, dude, we should bring back Drunken Ship. And then it was probably around this time last year, me and Tay were in our kitchen, and we were having some whiskey or some bourbon, and we're like, we just like glanced at each other, and we're like, dude, let's bring back Drunken Ship. And Tay was like, let's fucking do it. And then we were like, no, seriously, we're actually gonna do it this time. We're not just bullshitting. So then we so me and Tay like the next day start networking. We set up a Google Docs, and we were kind of going back and forth, and then we set up a Discord. It's just like a messaging Discord. It wasn't even like the Discord it is now, but it was just like going back and forth. And
Was it so that you guys could like just like keep in touch about the whole thing?
we're just sending stuff back and forth to each other. So then we were like, okay, now we got to rebrand this. And then
We spent like a good month or two getting our stuff ready, right?
Yeah, we spent, I think it was like a month and a half of us just going back and forth with making banner arts, rebranding the logo, because we wanted to come back like in
The original
2020,
logo.
like yeah. So
What was your original logo?
it was
Wasn't
a
it
mess.
wasn't it the ship?
No.
Go to the 2016
Wasn't the
playlist
ship.
on YouTube. You'll see it.
It's
I don't
in
know
the,
what
like
it
in the corner.
Yeah.
It was just art. It was like we had no idea what a logo was. Like that's how like we had no idea what we were doing. And then after we got finished with school, we kind of knew how to do some of the stuff that we wanted to do now. We definitely know how to like make shit. So we're just like, okay, we'll do this professionally now. We'll actually like, take the time out and go through everything, flesh everything out, and we did. And then after we had the rebranding, then we had the relaunch of the channel, and then we just started from episode 1.
So what prompted the rebrand for you guys? Like, why rebrand instead of like just upload again?
Oh, because everything was
just-
shit. It was
just
like
restart.
so poorly
Fresh start.
made.
Yeah. We kept the old stuff for memories, basically. It's in the playlist. I didn't delete
Right.
it. But it just like start fresh again. You can watch the content if you want to, but this is a new start. Just go from there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot
Yeah,
of
it
sense.
looked like
Man,
butt.
Yeah,
You
I
had, like-
thought about
guys
even
putting
deleting
Don't
the old
delete 'em.
content, but I'm like,
Don't
no,
delete 'em.
those are like
No.
memories.
Yeah,
Just
don't
memories.
delete it, man.
Yeah.
It's also
They're
our
there.
stake, and like, there's that other channel called the Drunken Ship Podcast.
Yeah.
That's also good for them because they can see that we've been here for a long time.
Shouldn't
That's
even
true.
mention them.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Just bleep them out.
Don't bleep
Just
it out.
fucking-
Yeah.
Yeah, believe it out. It's like we go beep.
No, don't delete those. Are memories.
So, like-
That's kept in a separate playlist. What's up, Bryan?
So from 2016, like has your goal shifted for like the Drunken Ship since 2016 to like now? Is it still kind of the same thing? Like,
Oh, you mean
What's different for you guys about it now?
shifted us getting filthy rich? No, no, it hasn't.
turn into,
No.
But no, seriously though, it's I don't know, Tate. What do you think? I don't think we ever had an interior motive. We just
Just
it
talk.
was just kind of like a fun thing, and now it's kind of morphed into like a really, I don't know what would you call it, Tay?
I guess more fleshed out version of what we're trying to do. Podcasts and games. We know what we're doing. Like, because back then, I had to go to Jordan's apartment. We had like a snowball, one camera. We sit beside each other.
We shared one mic.
Shared one mic. Or gameplays.
remember
I
you
can't
guys, like,
remember how
sitting,
we
like-
did gameplays. What's up?
I just remember you guys being like so close together,
Yeah.
like this
we
on
had
the
it.
microphone. Like Tay was like,
I think we had an intro, right? We had an intro. Like it was
You
like
did,
super,
I-
it was
It's
super
the same
dated.
thing. It's
It was like Godzilla, Civil War, Dora.
oh
Like-
yeah, I
Yeah.
remember making that.
Yeah. Then
And I remember the music to it too.
yeah.
I remember
And
my
after
favorite
and
part
everything.
about seeing you guys in 2016 is that I like strongly remember you guys working on Drunken Ship stuff in the animation classrooms at school, and it
Yeah.
used to always like crack me up because one of you was tired from working on school and the other one was tired from working on Drunken Ship, and you guys would just take turn being tired on whatever thing you were working on.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
But I think it really clicked on both of us when me and Jordan did that Outlast gameplay, and I'm sure while I was in there. I think I was in that room, but I remember Jordan telling me like people was going crazy over that video. Where it was playing Outlast. Remember that?
Yeah, that was like when we finally got like a taste of like people
Yeah.
actually like gave a shit on like what we were doing. Like, cause we
Like
like,
watching it, yeah.
cause people from school are like, oh yeah, I watched one of your videos and stuff. And then when we did that video, people were like, oh, like we actually had people come up to us like, hey, when are you guys gonna do another one of those
Moses.
videos?
Like every
Yeah,
other
oh,
week.
and that would like that took us back for a second because we're like, you actually want us to make more content? Like we actually entertained you for like a half a minute, like,
Like
and then we had
you
that
wanna watch
McChicken
me?
video blow up.
Oh, the McChicken. Yeah, that was I was telling Jordan at the time like how YouTube works, the most popular trendy thing.
That
like a reaction
I
to
still
it.
I still
I'm
remember
still
that
salty
day.
about that.
That was one of the funniest things I ever watched. So like, we uploaded it. So me and Tay, I remember like, so I was sitting in my room doing nothing. I was probably playing a video game or something. And Tay like messaged me. It's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. And Tay just comes through my front door and he's like, hey man, we're gonna do a reaction video. I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then we filmed this video and Tay's like, have you seen this? I'm like, I have no idea who you're talking about. Tay saw this McChicken hashtag trending on Twitter. He's like, dude, we're gonna react to it. I'm like, all right. So we pull up my laptop. I didn't have a webcam, so we did it on my laptop. The quality is god awful, and it's just
I
our
wanna find
straight
that video.
reaction to it. And if you don't know what the McChicken video is, good for you.
Is this still
Good, you-
relevant? Is this still a thing? No.
People, I think
It's-
people definitely fucking remember that.
People
If you-
brought it
if
up.
you exper-
It trended again on Twitter for like 2 weeks, like at some point earlier this year. I think because someone tweeted, you remember when the biggest thing we had to worry about was a dude fucking a Mac chicken? Like,
No.
it's like that energy for 2020.
And that's
Eh.
exactly what we had to react to.
Next day, 7,000 views, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So me and Tay, we just
It got
we film it
8,000.
and just hit immediately. We just film a reaction. Don't do any intro or anything, and then we just upload it straight to. Cause Tay was like, we gotta just do this quickly, and I'm like, okay. And then I walk in the next day. It's like 4 o'clock or something. I just walk into the computer lab. I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? And everyone, and I remember in the room just turned and looked at me like, have you seen your video? And I'm like, what? What do you mean? And I go over the computer and they're like, look at your video. And I'm like, okay. And it were like 6,000 views. And I'm like, holy shit. Granted, me and Tay only ever got like 20, at max 20 views or something on our videos. So going from 20 views to like 6,000 views, I was like, holy shit, we've made it. This is it. We're on top.
I remember Tyler, I tell like this is how YouTube works. It sucks. Like, I think the closest video we got to that of our own pure content was the Spider-Man reaction. I'm not sure
Yeah.
where that's at, which I think is like 5,000 now, 7,000.
Which is
You know,
nothing
like-
on YouTube. Absolutely, that's like nothing.
No,
Yeah, YouTube is a weird game of doing that.
it's a reactionary. Like,
Yeah, absolutely it is. So what if so you guys drug it up, you guys rebranded, doing all of this shit. Back in 2019. No, did you rebrand in 2019? Did you rebrand earlier this year?
We thought about around this little 2-day 2019. Then
Oh wow! So that's when you started.
Probably
around
like February.
April?
Probably. No, I'd say February. The end of February. That's when we relaunched, right?
something around there, like February, April, somewhere around those months.
Hold on, I remember the announcement.
The video, I posted it somewhere on my Instagram.
It's hang on, I'll check the date on the Instagram. But we did an announcement video on Instagram and Twitter.
I think we
April 4th.
April 4th. Yeah.
Oh, it was okay. Hang on. In the announcement video, this is the date when we launched our podcast. 4/10.
Yeah.
So the 10th. So April
Okay.
10th, we relaunched the first episode of the Drunken Ship Podcast. So that's
What
the
was
start
that
date.
first episode?
Hmm?
What
It
was
was
that
over
first
the
episode?
coronavirus and Last of Us 2.
Last of Us. Yeah. Coronavirus, Last of Us 2. That's exactly what the first episode was. Yeah. And that's when coronavirus first came here hard, like a month
that was
later.
like the first reaction.
And I think no, it was a month after, but this was around the time, I don't know who told me, like a Best Buy or Jordan, somebody. It's funny we started the podcast again around this time where everyone's home watching Twitch
Right.
and YouTube and all this stuff. So it's kind of like weird that we started this time in a good way. Like, wow, this is perfect opportunity to do it. Ironically, like, yeah. So yeah,
I mean,
think that
yeah,
gives some a little bit of it.
Starting in the middle of quarantine was really interesting. I knew that you guys had started doing like some more Drunken Ship content because I was subscribed and I kept getting all of your shit on my YouTube channel, but I thought you guys were doing it for a while, and I was just like getting the notifications done recently, and I was really happy to see you guys like start making stuff again and like just react to shit again, because I remember when you guys were working on it and I was like really happy that you guys were doing shit. I did not think I was going to be joining you guys and doing this. It's been really
Yeah.
fucking awesome. Tell me, like, what is your experience like this year? Because you started, I know I'm kind of jumping around some of the talking points, but you started at a point where you guys had half of the people that you had half of the subscribers that you have now, like that growth for you guys, knowing that you guys like started to start this in 2016, dropped it, then came back to it, and then like less than a year. How has that been for you guys?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's why I'm the one that made it tweet out today. That message you got. That's added everyone. I mentioned
Right.
you and Colin, like what you guys added a lot of input to the channel. Believe it or not, like Discord community is awesome. I don't think I even know what Discord was at the time. Was Discord a thing around 2016?
Actually, yeah.
It was the thing, but it was starting out.
So
Yeah, it was
Starting
kind
out.
of fresh.
Yeah.
so after we kind of started doing episodes, we started doing like the guest episodes and stuff, and then we had Colin on as a guest, and then we had you on, Bryan, as a guest, and then after that we brought on Colin as another co-host, and then after Colin we brought Bryan on, and then I think after we brought Bryan on, then we kind of finding like our what's a word for it, like our kind of like
Footing?
Footing?
yeah, we found our footing for it on like how to keep, and I think that power started our kind of like our path on like how like the growth that we have now, which has been insane. I mean, really, it's been really insane to go in from like 65 subs to 135 subs now, 136.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, not to cut Jordan off, original one of our few ideas, which we probably still can do, is like just not interview, but I guess like chat with random people across the web, like our Twitter followers.
Right.
People we don't know really, just talk. Similar to how like Joe Rogan is, they're just talking
Yeah.
to anyone. I kind of want to replicate that same formula. We didn't really go with that. We just did guest people we know so far, like you guys.
Mhm.
And we can still branch out to different people. It's just something we had in consideration though. But I think
Yeah,
if Colin's our first guest, shout out to that.
I remember that.
Yeah,
It was episode 9, and I think we
Dang,
talked
really?
about Star Wars or something. I think we talked about Rise of Skywalker or
It was like a
one of those.
conspiracy episode. It was all yours.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was all
But
Colin.
I remember,
Yeah.
I remember we talked about Star Wars a lot too, just because I think that was like, well, Rise of Skywalker had already been out and stuff, but I think this was also like the start of Mando was like fresh. Mando season 2 was coming about and all that stuff. So I think we just talked about a lot of Star Wars. I remember that a lot more than
Bryan's both episodes was fantastic too. Like Bryan brought a sense of professionalism from his past podcast into the show, which is awesome. And he just made me feel like stupid in a way. Like God,
yeah,
so
like I remember
informed.
like when we brought Bryan on, like he was so fucking intelligent with those big words.
I think that's when it clicked us as even more. Jordan said we need to be more informed and stuff. It's true. Like,
well, thank you guys.
Yeah, that was nice. But like,
yeah, that was I remember that episode. That was when I went on like this huge rant about like streaming services before movie stuff.
Yeah,
and, like, started talking just.
But yeah, you guys, you both great addition to the podcast. Like, I didn't think either of you guys would be on the show. Both was actually
I didn't think I would either.
Recommendations actually.
No.
To branch out.
I thought I was done with podcasting for a while because after I dropped my podcast, I thought I would be done with like content creation and that kind of stuff. And I kind of got the same creative itch that Crockett got and you got at the beginning of the year, where it was just like I had all this like microphone equipment and like camera shit that that's my job. And so like I felt stupid not using it to make a creative content. So when Crockett told me to hop on, I was just like, yeah, man, let's fucking do it. Let's see how this goes.
Bryan was like, I'm so fucking ready.
Yeah, it took like 3 days for me to just say like Crockett messaged me and I was just like, let me see if I can commit. And then like the next day I was just like, I'm fucking in.
I'm in. He's smacking his veins like, I'm in. I need it. Hook me up.
So it's really awesome. I find it really comforting to like be sitting down and like making content and then like, you know, like producing a podcast and like being able to talk to people about the things that I'm passionate about is really cool. And like, I thank you guys for reminding me of like how that felt because like I had completely dropped it, and it feels pretty fucking good.
Just talking, right?
Yeah.
Something about that.
Yeah, you would think it's just talking.
Talk.
It's way more complex than that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What episode is this anyway?
It's 34.
34. Fuck. It's just taken 34 episodes for me to learn. It's way more than just. It's not as easy what it looks like. Definitely.
Dude, on my original podcast, it took me 100. We did 116 episodes. Podcasting didn't land for me until I did 70 episodes. So like you guys are killing it.
Okay.
Well, it's definitely because of you and Colin. I mean, your expertise in like with like film and then like just how to structure a podcast has been like absolutely incredible. And then Colin's expertise in like Twitch and stuff. I mean, honestly, we have a huge Discord community thanks to Colin. And I want to give a big shout out. Anyone who's in the Discord, I want you guys to give a big shout out to Colin for setting that up and actually like teaching us how to use Discord.
Colin, be honest.
Without Colin, we wouldn't have shit. We wouldn't have not a community like we do now.
I was actually going to ask you guys.
Different universe for me. What's up? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask like how did the Discord start? Like how did you guys get the idea for like starting this community? Because the community is like 50 people deep right now. And like every single day, there's
notified
like
me too actually today. When I did everyone, it's 50 people. I didn't realize that many people was in there.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
You guys want to know how the Drunken Ship Discord got started?
Yeah,
is mine and Tay's boneheaded we need a server for guests when we were trying to do guest episodes. So we're like, me and Tay were doing it. We're like, we're not gonna do the podcast through Zoom because Zoom has garbage quality. We're like, we'll do it through Discord because Discord seems like it works. And my only experience with Discord was ever using it for TeamSpeak when I was playing like PUBG and shit. That's the only reason I ever had it downloaded. So I was like, yeah, Tay, just get Discord and then we'll just do it through Discord. And then we created a server out of like, I have no idea how we even did that at that time because I'm like, I don't even know how to use Discord. Create a server, and then we're like, okay, we can just invite guests to this. And from me inviting Colin to one, Colin was like, yeah, I can just set up a community. And I only ever heard of like communities like from memes and shit. I had no idea you could actually set one up.
Actually, before I joined the Drunken Ship server with you guys, I fucking hated Discord communities. Because everyone that I had joined was such an overwhelming mess of notifications and like just people talking garbage on like Discord servers that are like always I joined and I was like 3 days later I would leave. This is like our server is like the first server that I like really find myself being super comfortable in. And it's just such a great community, and I'm so proud of you guys for like starting that up. It was awesome.
Yeah, I
Colin,
think about today, how these people we actually talk every day now.
Yeah.
People that we never met before.
You
see what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, we had Devin and Panda actually meet up in real life.
yeah, that was freaking cool though. By the way, yeah, that's bizarre. They're like
It's
small
fucking,
world,
it's fucking
right?
awesome.
Yeah,
We got a dude from fucking New Zealand. No, Switzerland. We got a bloke from Switzerland in the server. Completely opposite sleep schedule than ours. But
Yeah.
somehow we still find
Still
the time to
posts
talk.
it. Still posts it in the Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's incredible. I love it.
yeah, I love
It's
it.
crazy
I
to
hope
st-
we like look back in like 5 years at this video and just being like, damn, we have like 3,000 people in the Discord. Like, we should talk about 50 people. I really
That'd
hope
be
we
a-
do look back and.
That'd be insane. Is there a limit in
Yeah.
the Discord community?
No, there's
I don't
no
think there's a
limit,
limit, yeah.
really.
No limit. Jesus Christ, that'd
But
be deep.
it's crazy to begin that like we started doing it a place for us to like meet up and record and then like talk about games, and now like we had to put 2 streaming channels in the chat because the
We
one
had to put
streaming
2 streaming
channel
channels and a
And
channel
a
just
fight
for
club.
fighters, yeah, just for fighters. That's how big the community's got. Because I remember it was me and someone else was jumped into streaming, and someone was already streaming, and I'm like, oh, this space is already taken, huh? And I'm like, wow, it's getting to the point where you have to have another channel for this.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Another
And then
cool
doing
thing.
movie nights. Movie nights is so baller on fucking the Discord.
It's one
Yeah,
of my
that's
favorite
cool.
things to
That's
do.
really fun. Yeah.
I was like, I like missed out on the first couple of ones because I was just like, I don't know how well that works, and like I started coming, and it's like, it's fucking incredible to just sit around and talk to you guys.
It's so
watching
funny.
A fucking
I remember,
coolest-
I think it was when. Oh, you go ahead, Tay.
No, you go ahead. No, go ahead. It's nothing.
No. I was gonna say, I think it was you guys had asked me to come back for like a second guest episode before he had asked me to come on. And I think eventually once they had asked me to come on, I had noticed like the Discord was bare. Like it was literally just to invite guests. I think Devin was in there, and I think Bryan. It was just like us 3 were in
Colin
there,
froze.
plus
Froze.
Tay and Jordan. And then that's when I was like, you know
remember
what,
that
we
'cause I
can
joined
actually
the Discord.
turn the Discord. We can actually turn it into something, like, yeah, well, definitely a spot for like guests to meet up and stuff. And I mean, look, now that we have all these members and stuff, we can have any of these people as a guest, honestly, now at this point.
True.
Yeah, honestly.
We got a bunch of our friends in here, a bunch of other small streamers, subscribers, followers, a bunch of people.
Which I like that little tab you guys did with the support small streamers with the channel, the Discord community.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of small streamers came here. Just like so more we can view this stuff. It's cool. I like you guys do that.
Yeah, like to
Listen
help
there
you
and see.
post
Yeah.
your links, post clips or whatever. Yeah, I mean, just free advertisement, basically. Because I know for the most part, I mean, besides Discord, usually the only place I'm posting my Twitch stuff is Twitter.
Right.
So I mean, it's just more eyes on the links and stuff. Got uploading them to 2 places now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I mean I post more in the Discord now than I do on Twitter. I mean,
Yeah, I noticed that.
it's like
Yeah.
our Discord is a personalized Twitter, but better. If that makes sense.
It's fucking
Yeah.
great. I love the fact that one thing that I'm like really, really happy about is that you guys are, I mean, the Discord itself is like such an inclusive community of people. Like all kinds of people are there, and there's no real weirdness or tension between any of us. It is just a fantastic experience to be able to like wake up, and if I'm going to game, be like, hey, I'm gonna play fighters. Anybody want to join? They just join. It's just it's a very social, like, especially now, like coming off of the aftermath of like COVID and quarantine and all of that. Like it really was a social escape that a lot of us were needing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been such a delight to be part of it and watch it grow. Because I joined like right after Colin did that second episode. I joined the Discord because I did that guest episode, and then I don't know how it happened. Like 5 weeks later, the Discord is like popping, And
I think I did a lot of stuff like literally overnight. I think I had like stayed up for a couple hours and like changed everything.
yeah, it was fucking tight.
Yeah, we brought Colin in, and then I just heard like a power drill going off, going, and I'm like, "What is he doing?"
that?
And then a big sheet came up, and I'm like, "All right." And then Colin's like, and you just hear a flame torch going, and then it wasn't just a place to meet to do the podcast, and we still do the podcast in the Discord, but it's morphed into this organic like playground for our fans to like interact with us, and then it's a place for us to work and play at the same time.
Yeah. I've got the voice channels set up so that like you could see us in here doing the podcast. Like we're doing the podcast like out on the street of New York, and like people are just walking by the window and seeing us.
Can he see?
They can see us talking. Like right now,
I mean, they know we're in here.
Right now, Devin and Panda are playing fighters.
Yeah, they're in Fight Club right now.
Shout out to them.
People doing their own thing in one community.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, and that's another thing I was gonna say too is like sometimes I just hop on and I just see a bunch of people in the voice chat, and it like I feel a little bit more inclined to join now rather than the usual anxious self where I'm like, no, I'm not gonna hang out with a bunch of people.
Right.
But now I see a couple people in chat and I'm like, well, what the hell are they talking about? So I'll join in.
Yeah, I was like hopping on and like just randomly and just like, I wonder if anyone's on. And then there's like 2 people in the chat. I'm like, oh, bet. Let me pop and say hi.
Yeah.
I love crashing Crockett's stream. Crockett's streaming. I love
like,
jumping in the voice chat and just saying something and leaving.
What was you saying?
I got us on a few highlights for Drunken Ship. I got us on different streaming platforms this year, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Oh yeah, we got on a bunch of them today.
Dude, when I got on Apple Podcasts, I felt legit. Now I put them on what is it called? Google Podcasts and Amazon Music. I'm up there now. I don't know. Judging from Red Circle, that's our hosting thing. There's people in different states. I'm not sure anyone in the Discord community is from that listen to us all the time.
Yeah.
It's like it's so I can see like the
you can see the location, like the geotag.
Yeah. And it's these same spots. Some in I think California and some in upstate New York area.
Yeah, Jersey, I was about to say, like we've talked about this before. Like there's a lot of people from Jersey listening to us for some reason.
Yeah.
Like
how many listens?
Apple Podcasts is our biggest platform. Like we get like 97 downloads. Yeah, I'm not even joking. Apple Podcasts be popping. I think like downloads for like a usual episode for us is probably like 12.
Okay.
Like
ain't bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah,
but it's sense. Like I remember like it's like Apple Podcasts is where we pop off the most outside of YouTube. Makes sense.
How many on Apple again? Is it just 12?
Well, you can like a download, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that'd be like okay, I never touched the stuff because I don't want to be part of that download thing.
Right.
I just listen to it on YouTube.
That makes sense.
Calculate it better. Yeah. The other ones are like minimal, but just still there. Accessibility.
Yeah. That was my experience when I started doing my podcast. My biggest spike. Like I remember I blew a load of excitement when I was like when I hit 40 downloads on Apple and Spotify. And that took me 2 years to get to that point. And you guys have done half that in less than the time. I mean, it's incredible. You guys put in a lot of work.
And that's what we talked about too. Like the big thing, especially for me, like I'm an ongoing YouTuber, stop and come.
Right.
My issue was like if I don't get the subscribers or likes, it turns me off completely.
Yeah.
Which I learned like this year for YouTubing and even this channel here, like just do what you like.
Yeah.
And that makes it more easier for me.
Yeah, because there's no pressure to perform.
Yeah, and that's why I take in the Drunken Ship. It's like it's gonna take time. Let's continue. You get to the point eventually.
Right.
That's my like insight with it. There. I'm still trying to push it to be bigger though, but it just relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Take on.
People are definitely gonna tell, like, if you're forcing it. So in the end, you just got to do something that's like, I wouldn't take it so seriously, but like just keep uploading. I mean, just keep doing what you like doing. I mean, don't worry about like how many people's like watching, because you'll find the audience eventually. You might be at like end of like 230 episodes or something, but the audience will find you.
Yeah, you'll find it, and that is the biggest challenge as a content creator. It's that consistency, keeping that consistency when everything is telling you like not to do it, because it's like not worth the effort or anything like that. But it's crazy because I feel like now, since like the Discord started, since the podcast started, and all of that, I feel like we're now more content creators than we've been any other time that we've tried. I mean, we're streaming constantly. Tay's done more PlayStation Inside videos than I've done videos in the last 2 years.
Yeah, really.
Really?
Yeah, you've done. I mean, for a YouTube channel, like you've been killing the upload. You did like 5 or 6 PlayStation Insights. Crockett's been streaming. Monkey's been streaming. He's a fucking speedrunner now.
Yeah. that's something new from 2020. I did.
It's
I
just
finally made affiliate.
yeah, Twitch
Crockett
is
made Twitch affiliate.
Crockett's affiliate now. Yeah.
And then like I feel like the biggest turning point for me, where like I felt like I was like really included in the community, and like we were really starting to like be something, was like that shot for sob stream that we did that one Saturday.
I think that really. So I think that one stream had catapulted us into like a lot of momentum, because we're so close to 100 subs at that point.
Yeah, you were at 97
like
subs before that stream.
I think it was 12.
Yeah, we got like 12, I think, that night.
So yeah, we got 15 people from that stream that night, but then subsequently after that stream, I mean, we grew like 40 or 50 people.
Omegle.
In total, yeah.
It's me.
It's just it's crazy to me. That,
oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
I kind of stopped doing that though.
I love the fact that you go on Omegle just to talk shit about like to people about the YouTube and podcast and all that.
I haven't done it well. It's so exhausting.
It is exhausting.
Yeah.
But that shot for sub thing was like really the first stream where like I felt really part of whatever was going on here, and like I wanted to keep working for you guys, because that was like the most fun stream that I've ever had. And I mean, Crockett got absolutely destroyed.
I was about to say that was probably the worst stream I've ever. I almost died for that stream. I mean, I almost died for 12 subs. Jesus.
Oh God.
I'm not kidding, and I'm not exaggerating. I didn't feel right for the next week. There was a part of me died that night.
Your liver gone.
I really did. I felt like this weird sickness for the next like 2 days.
So we ended up taking, because we had 12 subscribers, and when we hit 100, we did a double shot. So we ended up taking 13 or 14 shots each.
And then I mean we took like 2 shots before the.
Before the shit even started.
Fired up. Yeah.
Because me and Bryan were like, let's do some shots. Let's just get warmed up. Because I didn't think that stream was going to be that successful. Which, I mean, to like some big streamer, 12 subs is literally nothing to him. But to us, that was like massive. Especially when you're doing 1 shot, 1 sub.
It was a fucking great time.
After, I think during the stream or after I like tweeted on Twitter, like, you can watch the full thing or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of my followers, the Geek, he said he really loves us, our content. He thinks we're hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a dude I follow. Yeah, I think he has his own podcast stuff too, but he be watching us sometimes. He was in the chat actually that day.
Shout out to
like Geek. Yeah, you know he is.
Shout out to you, man.
You know who you are.
And this is really like my favorite thing about like working with you guys, is that like that sense of just welcoming and like being friendly, and then like figuring your shit out alongside a whole bunch of group of people. Like we just have so many skill sets and knowledges and like experiences in one same place, and I'm really happy that you guys decided to bring all that shit back.
Yeah,
it was tight. It's tight. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about? Any other highlights that you guys want to share for the year?
This is the positive side. I'm drunk. No, the positive side is Drunken Ship stuff. My topic is like overall 2020.
Right.
Which I was probably say for last. It's gonna be short.
2020 has been a shit year. But some good things came out of it. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Crockett, how about you? You got anything else to say about like Drunken Ship, the podcast, anything like that?
I just want to give a special like little message here to the community that we've grown from the Discord and stuff. Seriously, without you guys, I don't think Drunken Ship would have grown. Let's see, Colin's gonna see me get to crazy. Colin said prior to this, he's like, I want to see Jordan cry on this podcast. You can see me cry.
You really want to cry?
The smile.
No, my eyes have been like super dry all day. That would have been good. I should have like put some fake tears in right for this and like
shaking.
I'm so proud of my babies. No, but seriously though, like seriously, if any people from the Discord watching right now, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for just supporting us, being a part of our community, coming to game nights, playing with us, interacting with us. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. You are the reason this is possible. You are the reason, we do this. So, just a big shout out to you. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah, man.
But yeah, that's the only thing I got to, I think, finish it off my little bit, my little spiel, my little 2 cents, my little song and dance, my little jippy on the jab, my little peanut butter on the sandwich, my little wave on the ocean rocks.
How long can we keep this going, Crockett?
I don't know. I really, my little key on the keyboard, my little hair on the
Bryan.
back.
So you had a topic about the issues of people.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's move it on to a little
Cynicism,
individual
whatever you
topic.
call it.
So I watched Wonder Woman over the weekend. Wonder Woman 84 came out. It's been streaming on HBO Max. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and give it a look. It's of course directed by Patty Jenkins, and it's Twitter.
I love Patty
sucks.
Jenkins.
Yeah, Patty Jenkins is a fantastic director. I really love all of her work.
What else has she made?
She of course did the first Wonder Woman. She did a couple of independent films whose name I don't remember right now.
Directed a couple Dove commercials.
She will be doing Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited for.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
She's really skilled as a director. She did I Am the Night, a couple of like episodes. She directed TV before. She worked on Arrested Development as director. She's been working since like the early 2000s, like 2004, 2001, as a director.
Well, she's kind of new.
And I watched Wonder Woman 84, and
WW84.
84. And I'll be honest with you, like before I even watched it, Twitter was becoming this kind of shit show, talking about like how Wonder Woman 84 was like bad, the worst superhero movie of all time, yada yada yada. I watched the fucking movie, and let me tell you guys, Twitter is a bunch of babies. The takes
They really are.
They are. The hot takes on Twitter about like superhero movies and like female-led superhero films are just a bunch of like baby hot takes about people that have nothing more interesting to do than to complain about anything that goes on that they don't like approve of. That may seem harsh, but I didn't even love Wonder Woman that much. Like Wonder Woman is a perfectly fine film. It's enjoyable. It's fun, and it has a lot of these like. It shares a lot of tonality with the Christopher Reeves Superman movies, where it feels very 80s, very hopeful, very sort of soft, kind of glamorous lighting of the 80s, even with like a little bit of cheese from the CGI compositing and the VFX style of those movies. And I really enjoyed it. Like the first half of the film like was kind of a slog to get through because it was all of the setup for everything that was happening. But once the movie picked up, like it was a really, really fun movie to watch. With like a little bit of a hopeful message, which I feel like doesn't happen in superhero movies anymore. Everything's
especially DC movies.
Yeah, everything's just so fucking gritty and rough, and like if you touch a DC movie, your hand has to come out covered in like blood and like the guts of someone you love. Like it's just
my hand has a 5 o'clock shadow for some reason.
it's fucking stupid. So Wonder Woman came out, and I keep seeing on Twitter like all of these people talking about like how the writing was awful, and like Gal Gadot's performance was awful, and like how Snyder would have been a better director, or like recreate this night, or like restore the Snyderverse, about like all of the work that Snyder. What'd you say?
Like, a small input. The people that saying that don't listen to your opinion. To be honest with
No, and that's exactly what I'm.
They're
exactly
biased. Those certain people are biased. But go on.
There is a subset of like Twitter cynicism, and like just cynicism at all in the way that we consume media, that is disallowing people from like enjoying things, because enjoying something becomes this performance about knowing like what is good and what isn't, like objectively. And then like the moment that you like something that is objectively bad to one of these like Restore the Snyderverse people, you become the target for all of the abuse. So it's just such a toxic environment for media right now on the internet. And like, I didn't love Wonder Woman, but it was a perfectly fine film. There's no reason for all of these people on Twitter to be like tagging Patty Jenkins about how her movie was awful and like how the movie was bad and doing all of that shit. Just, you didn't enjoy the movie, fuck off, move on. Like, it's not that big of a deal for you to not enjoy something that other people like. And it blows my mind the level of toxicity and cynicism and aggression that comes out of these people, specifically the people that are like Restore the Snyderverse, who, by the way, are the same people that when DC was coming out with the Snyderverse version of these movies were angry at DC for making the same movies that Marvel was making. And now that a woman is spearheading a lot of the projects for that production, they want to bring back the white dude that was making them all look the same. It's such a weird tonality shift between just like, it's a weird tonality shift between like the last couple of years to now. People are just so angry at content creators and like at filmmakers for not doing the exact same form of the media that they want to make. People are not consuming media on good faith anymore. It's really aggressive and toxic, and that makes me really sad because it's hard to enjoy things now. It's hard to unironically enjoy things.
Do you think it's fair to just so say a movie does bad or it does good, you think it's fair to completely judge everything on just the director? Because this is not just one moving part, this is multiple moving parts from an entire like team of people. You think it's fair to judge just one person on an entire film? It
depends. I don't think it's fair. I think the director plays a huge part in a lot of the creative decisions, obviously, because they're the director. But you know, studio interference and where the money comes from usually has a lot of input in like the success of a film. That being said, you know, like if you're an actor and your performance is bad, that's kind of on you. But why couldn't the director get a better performance out of that actor? Why didn't the director make a better decision on how to get that shot? So like, it may be not fair, but a lot of the blame ultimately falls on the director. Especially when the director does something different in comparison to like the first product that they made or in comparison with what people are expecting. Like Wonder Woman, the original Wonder Woman was a lot more gritty and like looking and sounding and had a lot of bluer color grading. And this one had a lot of golden hues and warm colors and vibrancy. So I think that the reason why Wonder Woman 84 is getting a lot of hate is because of it's deviating from the Snyderverse or whatever gritty DC universe that we're becoming used to. And people just don't like that kind of abrupt change. It's Wonder Woman is being received poorly for the same reason that The Last Jedi was received poorly. It's different from its contemporaries of what it's doing. And for Patty Jenkins, like doing something different with a property and engaging a little bit more in like a hopeful message that is more like the original superhero films of the 80s than what we used to see it now. The grittiness and the toxicity and the kind of like everything has to be sad and dramatic from like the current audience members' expectations. It's just really been grating on me, and I don't think I like that environment for films, specifically superhero films. It's really frustrating to see.
I guess they're trying to avoid like not trying to be so campy.
No, it's not that, but I go into that. I've seen Wonder Woman 84. Mm-hmm. Now I'm not a huge Wonder Woman fan at all.
Yeah, neither am I.
Never was as a kid. I watched the first one, the 2017 films. Like, yeah, Wonder Woman just never clicks with me. So that's basically my opinion on 84. Like, it just Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah.
It was okay, I guess. Will I watch it again? No. But it's like what Bryan said after all of this Wonder Woman take was like how Twitter is, and I kind of made a tweet about how, and this was coming off nerd culture in general, but it was Wonder Woman kind of started it. It's like I'll be in this mindset of 0 to 100 mindset.
Yeah.
If it's good or it's either terrible. There's no in between. Or the problem is no one's.
There's no nuance
on Twitter. Like on Twitter, no one, and they claim to do, but I don't see it. No one's accepting others' opinions or whatever.
Right.
If someone doesn't like the film, that's great. If someone loves the film, that's great. Don't hold this grudge for like years. Shout out to The Last Jedi for doing that, which is it's a tiring discussion.
Yeah, it is.
But like, and it just like terms for like all things. It's like we have this. I tweeted like we have this mindset like I'm right, you're wrong, and it never changes, and it's constantly like that. And it was just like deals with a lot of things, and that's why I say it's kind of annoying to be in discussions nowadays. Twitter, when it comes to like nerd culture, because I sometimes just see stuff.
Ted, this is why I would much rather like talk about it, you know, with my friends who I watch my movies with and stuff. You know,
yeah.
I don't go on Twitter and talk about it or argue with people about whatever. I'll argue with my roommate about it, but that's the extent of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I see some, like I admit it, like I see some terrible takes. Like, why do you always gotta compare this to that?
Yeah.
Judge the movie what it is. Like the
Dreamstone.
Someone tweeted Infinity Stone tweet or whatever. Like, what is this, man? Sometimes you just see stupid stuff, you gotta call them out on it.
Yeah.
But it's like, but that's also my another problem too if it comes to more especially DC and Marvel. If either one movie does something good or bad, stop comparing it to the other.
Right. Yeah. And I also think there's like 100% biased on both sides, really. So like, I mean, if they're DC diehard, they're gonna say like each Marvel movie is bad, or if they're Marvel diehard, they'll say DC's bad. So I mean, there's definitely toxicity on every end. It's just like what Tay says, like, I mean, stop comparing DC to Marvel and vice versa. Like, just let them do their own thing. Just either you like the movie or you don't. You don't have to watch it, bro.
Right. Just enjoy
and DC
the fucking
kind of
thing
like,
and don't.
kind of like acknowledge it now. Like, cause remember before, when Snyder was a thing, were more relevant to the DC universe with movies. It was a connected universe, a shared universe. Clearly, it didn't work for them.
Right.
So now they're doing their own separate films. That's DC's thing.
Yeah.
Marvel has the shared universe. It has something with both parties. Standalone films or a shared universe.
Yeah, I like DC's little take on like almost see it as like a Elseworlds in a way.
Yeah, an Elseworld. Yeah,
that's
like
how
Joker
I see it.
The Batman.
Yeah,
they're
Joker,
they're going
the
crazy.
Batman and stuff. Yeah,
which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be a shared universe, guys.
Right.
Or Marvel doesn't have to be this dark and gritty thing, guys. Like it just, I don't know. It's just like these. I hate being a nerd sometimes. Especially like coming from I'm not sure. Like, I'm seeming more nerdy than you, Bryan. Like I know more of the stuff.
Yeah, you do definitely.
So it's kind of like embarrassing to me, like how people how people act, and like some people probably judge like all of us like that. Like, nah, we're not.
Yeah, and I run into
like
the same
that,
problem with film, like because there's a lot of film critics that judge film based on like what their expectations are rather than like in good faith about what like the media is. And there's a lot of annoying people that say like movies have to be this way or they're bad, or movies have to be this way to be good, and that just kind of toxicity at all just creates a bad name for like the culture. Comic book culture already struggles because there's a bunch of like socially inept assholes in it.
Yeah, it is.
And so film
elitism too.
Film gets a pretentious label, and it's just like we don't need to be either of those things. We can just talk about the things that we enjoy. Or talk respectfully about the things that we don't enjoy and how they could have potentially been made better, and like offer some good criticism rather than like these bad faith arguments and toxicity that I keep seeing.
And elitist. What was you gonna say too?
I was gonna say about Bryan too. I mean, this isn't about nerd culture, but I also tweet about like the cynicism of how the world we live in is getting kind of tiring. Like,
it really is.
Everyone have this chip on their shoulder, and it's probably there's a reason why. But like to go into something with this negative view constantly is annoying to me personally.
It's emotionally
just
exhausting.
Literally everything. Yeah, but go on, Jordan.
I think elitist is the loudest person in the room. It's not that their point matters more; it's just they are the loudest. Because people who are kind of like, I don't really care, or it's not that important to me, are definitely not going to sit there and fight with them for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that's why on Twitter it's so prevalent in your face, is because the people who don't really, they're not really consumed by this, they're not going to sit there and argue with them. So you're going to see, this elitist tweets, or it's kind of like this, like everyone on Twitter, it's like everyone on Twitter has a microphone. Or
it's so freaking loud on that
one
app.
of those,
it's annoying.
Everyone is very loud. And it's not, and one
about.
person can just sound very loud and they're actually not. And it's just, you're just seeing it maybe words are louder than your actual voice.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes
It's
any
not
sense.
even that. It's more of like, it's also that, but it's also like a freaking mob mentality everywhere you go. Like if I post my opinion on something, don't show me this YouTube video you saw and here's what I say. No, tell me what you think. Not what this YouTuber said something.
Discussion has
a
been
pet peeve with that
absolutely
as well.
stunted as a result of all of these media critics and pop media critics that think that they know everything by like giving you, like summarizing the movie or the thing that you're reading for you and then telling you that you're wrong for liking it. It's like, that's really like the commentary.
That's
on
a big
lot of the
issue
culture.
too. Yeah.
It's just, it's
A lot of people.
sorry, go ahead, Crockett.
Oh, no, go ahead.
It's just a difficult environment to be in when you wholeheartedly enjoy the thing that is being talked about. But the toxicity that comes with it is always invalidating your joy for that thing, to the point where like you end up not enjoying the thing that you used to enjoy as a result of people being dicks.
Sonic.
Yeah.
That happened to me with Rick and Morty.
I've stopped playing. Yeah, I've stopped playing certain games because of that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But hey,
the
no.
biggest
Like anime too.
Yeah.
all right. Sorry,
anime is a big part of this as
Crockett,
well as
what were you saying?
Oh, I was about to say, it's like this. I mean, it really doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. But like, I was gonna say, like anime. It's like people like will shit on any anime. So like, one of my favorite animes is Tokyo Ghoul, but people will shit on one minor thing about it.
Yeah.
I
it's the worst
really
thing
enjoy
ever.
like Attack on. Yeah, like Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
But anti-Twitter is like it's like anything these people they'll find something sacred about this like whatever topic, and then they'll hold it so dear that they gatekeep it.
Yeah.
They don't want anyone else to like it, or they want anyone else to be like, oh, you're not hardcore if you've only ever seen Dragon Ball Z or Bleach or something. Dragon Ball and Bleach are fucking good, man. I don't know why you're shitting all over it, thinking like some obscure anime that got one episode, it got one OVA. You're saying that's better than Dragon Ball. It's not.
Yeah, like it's just,
That's the mainstream.
Get off
They don't
my
like the
dick.
mainstream
Don't take.
stuff. Yeah.
I think the moral of this is don't take it so seriously. Let people.
That's what people do.
Enjoy stuff.
Well, I enjoyed Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you,
liked it. I liked it better than the first one.
Me too.
I think it's more fun than the first one.
I think Pedro Pascal did fucking awesome in this movie.
mm-hmm.
Personally, one of my favorite of his roles. He did awesome in this movie. Cheetah was a little meh to me. She could have been there. She could have not have been there. It would have made no difference to me.
Yeah.
It was cool to see her though. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, I'll probably end up seeing it again. I mean, again, I enjoyed it better than the first one. I haven't seen the first one in like what, 2 years, 3 years, but I'll probably go watch this one tonight or something again.
That's Pedro Pascal. I agree with you. Killed it. I love Pedro Pascal. I want to see him in more stuff. He was phenomenal, in this film. And I guess
So good in The Mandalorian.
yeah, he is. He's a phenomenal actor, and I want to check out his other stuff. And like everything that didn't work in Wonder Woman for me was like not a huge hit towards the enjoyment of the movie, because everything that worked was so much better than the stuff that did not work. So yeah, I'm glad that the consensus says that Wonder Woman is it's a good film. It's a good film.
Yeah.
And if you like superhero
Is
movies,
it
you
overall
should watch
mix?
it. And you should go into it expecting a little bit of cheese from the 80s. What'd you say?
I mean, like in general, is the movie considered mixed or is considered bad? Whatever. Is it like a mixed film?
I think I don't know the reviews. And I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
commentary is.
According to them executives, it did good.
Yeah, I mean the movie.
So they've
made
already
money.
got a Wonder Woman 3 in the works.
There's like
So-
2 days announced. It get announced.
Yeah. So I mean, apparently it did well to them, so that's enough.
It is a
Yeah,
good movie.
yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do for the third one, though.
Me
We'll
too.
see.
I don't
Me
know
too.
what they would do.
And I am very excited for Patty Jenkins' Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
am,
yeah.
A pilot movie.
That is
sounds
going to be
fun.
fascinating to me.
I think she'll kill it.
Colin, you had
What's
a
up?
little bit of you wanted to talk about the Game Boy PDA thing.
Yes. So the Game Boys had like, a bunch of like peripherals, dumb add-ons and stuff. Like everybody knows the Game Boy Light. Everybody knows like probably battery extender, carrying cases and all sorts of stuff. But there was this one little device that has been eluding fans for almost 30 years now. It's apparently has now been found. It's called the Work Boy, which is basically a fucking little keyboard that you can plug into your Game Boy. And I believe it comes with a cartridge, or you need a cartridge in order to access some of the programs. But it's a PDA, so it's got a daybook, it's got a calculators, calendar, all sorts of stuff on it. So people knew that it actually existed because there was advertisements for it, pictures and articles about it in magazines, but it never actually hit public market, like consumers. So it never got released. So everybody thought that it was just kind of locked away. Only certain or a very limited amount came out, at least. So apparently, this one guy, I forget his name. I believe it's the Did You Know Gaming guy.
Yeah.
He's got a YouTube channel.
I've seen him before. Yeah.
I believe he's the one that found it.
How did he found it?
So it's you're probably gonna have to go watch his video.
Okay.
He has a whole video about it.
Fair enough.
But I know that he ended up getting into contact with someone, I believe, who worked on it or helped market it, because Nintendo at the time was making a lot of deals with businesses, different corporations to kind of. Nintendo's always had that quality of life thing. Like Nintendo's had their hand in help building hospital equipment and stuff like that.
Right.
So they wanted to do the same thing with like businesses, which was essentially the point of this PDA.
All I can think about is this like Nintendo selling this to a company and they replacing all the computers with Game Boys and they just give
With the little
they had
Game
to
Boys?
they had to plug their keyboard into the Game Boy and they're like, I can't believe I've got to work on this fucking bullshit.
Well, the point of them going with the Game Boy thing was because like I guess a lot of people nowadays don't realize the Game Boy was a huge fucking thing back then.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
had
it was.
one.
Yeah.
So it made sense to make all these peripherals for the niche markets, to basically get everyone on board with the Game Boy, not just kids. So apparently it was showcased at a CES electronics showcase in May of '92. Apparently it received some pretty harsh reviews from people just saying it was redundant, it's kind of ridiculous, which a lot of people would say that might be why Nintendo decided not to go with it
That makes sense.
or go through with it. So apparently Nintendo tucked it away into their vault, and very, very limited amount ever made it out. More than likely prototypes, which I believe was the one that was found. I think it was a prototype.
Okay.
Which I'm assuming were sent out to certain people to like test it for reviews and all sorts of stuff. Fun facts: apparently it was intended to retail for $79 to $89. Also the guy who found it, apparently he couldn't get it to work with just the keyboard. You need specific cartridge, specific software to actually run it. So it turns out that earlier this year, I believe in April or May, there was a huge Nintendo leak. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I don't.
A bunch of stuff was coming out about N64, about
Just
Mario
the All-Star
64. Yeah, huge amount of shit came out. Not just the All-Star stuff, but like the
Some of
old
the
school
assets.
stuff. Yeah, like
Yeah.
assets for literally everything, and that's where we find out
Yeah.
that like Yoshi and Luigi were in Mario 64 and all that
Okay, I
stuff.
know you're talking about that. Yeah.
So the huge leak, yeah. So apparently in that leak was the software for the Workboy. So the dude found the
Oh
software.
shit.
And he was able
I
to
love
get
stuff
it
like
like
this.
up and running and everything, which I think is really cool. So as far as I know, this is the only one that is like out there in the wild that's in existence. We probably put a link in the description to the channel, but it's Did You Know Gaming. I think he posted it like a couple days ago.
Right.
But it's his whole journey. He found it out. I believe it's a prototype, so it's not fully like full software. But I believe he does like a deep dive and he looks at all of it and stuff. It's actually really cool. I love looking at old retro history like that.
Nice. That is absolutely.
You said it didn't pop off because the story kind of reminds me of the 360 controller of the military. How they use that for their equipment sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
piloted drones with it.
You have the 360 controller and all that
They
stuff.
use it
like
for
Nintendo
something.
basically has like a quality of life thing. So like they set up, they basically have it so like their games are integrated in a way with medical equipment. So like say they're trying to put a kid under anesthetic for surgery. So in order to keep the kid calm, they let him play video games while he's being delivered anesthetic. So that helps him like basically helps calm children down. It relaxes them and stuff. I'm not so sure they do it like so much anymore. I know it used to be a big thing back in the day, especially with their portables and their handhelds and stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, they used to do stuff like that. Like it's just to keep like help the kids out in hospitals and stuff, like building computer labs for kids and stuff. That's all they really do.
Is this where Dr. Mario comes from?
Probably.
I forgot.
I think
about that.
AVGN made a joke about that too. He's like, imagine getting gassed while playing Dr. Mario.
I think it's SNES. I think it's around that time he did come.
Around
He says Nintendo's. Is this around Nintendo's partnering with like Sony and them to create the PlayStation?
This was back in. It said that a trademark was first trademarked in January of '92.
I think it's too early. Yeah.
So that's whenever the patent went live for it. So yeah, it was around their Super Nintendo era.
That is fucking awesome.
A lot of people don't know PlayStation Nintendo was supposed to be one thing.
Yeah.
But Nintendo didn't want disc or whatever. So
Yeah, because they saw
That's how
what
PlayStation
happened to
was born.
Sega.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the PlayStation was born after that. And it just I love stuff like that. Gaming history.
That's
like
history, baby.
Yeah, gaming history
Yeah.
is fascinating. I'm definitely gonna check out that Did You Know Gaming video.
Yeah, I'll throw a link in the Discord after the show.
Yeah, perfect. That way, take and put it in the description. Tay,
Yeah.
give us your spiel.
2020 is over.
Yeah.
This video is being
2020's
posted
over.
tonight.
And we're gonna get 2020 New Game Plus, baby.
Yeah.
gonna be
And
December
I've tried not to
32nd
bring
tomorrow.
the mood down. Just gonna be a realist. To everyone that's ever watching this, we gotta do better going forward.
That's true.
Yes.
This year, and not saying it hasn't been here all the time.
Y'all need to
This year
tighten
kind
up. Okay?
Yeah.
Listen to me. Look at my eyes. Fucking straighten
Look at
up.
them baby blue eyes, though.
I know, they
Goddamn,
look
I get
good.
lost in them bitches.
Yeah.
Like
Colin has
this
pretty eyes. Fuck, man, I'm hard.
this virus kind of exposed a lot of things.
Yeah.
What
Stupidity, ignorance. Just, not only that, just like the Black Lives Matter thing and everything that happened today.
Yeah.
Is not today, but this year is ridiculous. And I'm not sure about you guys, but waking up seeing this constant irritating negative news is draining, energy
Oh
draining.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm constantly waking up thinking, what's next? Or like today, as of today, M Doom died today. You guys don't know who that is.
Yeah, MF
R.I.P.
Doom, man. I was really bummed out about that.
Yeah. Rapper. And
So fucking good.
yeah, man, like just we gotta stick together, work together, and at least listen to each other's like words instead of ignoring them
Yeah.
going forward. Cause I don't know, man. Cause it's like this year is a mess. And I remember my girlfriend telling me, "Are you excited for next year?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know." Cause it's like I'm just tired of it. Something needs to happen in a good way. I don't know what it is. Or
That's right, Tay. If you're sick of 2020, come on down to the Drunken Ship Discord. We have games, movies,
I think this
trivia.
summer is.
Come on down, baby. We got it all. Barbecue.
You just need to do better, man.
That's
what I'm saying.
It is an
Summer just-
exhausting
just-
climate to be in. To like have to wake
Yeah.
up every day and then like see what other bullshit people are angry at on Twitter. What
Misinformation.
just like what information is what misinformation is being spread. Whether Mitch McConnell or not is going to accept the stimuli, despite the fact that he looks like he's
every time I see
dying.
Mitch McConnell, I immediately think bitch McConnell, and it makes me laugh. Every time someone
Dude,
says,
I don't-
"Yeah, Mitch McConnell," I'm like, "Bitch McConnell."
I don't hate people, but that man, I despise that man.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying
That
this for
man-
months. Is a nasty man.
He
Bro,
is-
That guy at all.
Bernie up there standing up for the whole nation right now,
Yeah.
or was.
Is he up there still talking?
I don't know if he is
Yeah,
or not. I
Is he
really hope he.
filibustering?
Bernie was
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
what he was
the-
doing.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's gangster as
Yeah.
fuck. I love a good filibuster.
Bernie, say what you want about Bernie's policies or where you are, but Bernie has been consistently trying to help.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
never changed
Yeah.
throughout his career.
I
Saying the
love
exact
that.
same
The
stuff.
American people
Yeah.
are tired of women.
And,
What the fuck?
and that's the point I was saying. Like, we have like our political leaders. We should, and I'm saying we should look up to, but we should like people that can possibly help us.
Yeah.
And none of them are doing it.
Nah.
Sadly.
There's just there's this air of selfishness that has been felt throughout the country for years, but I feel like COVID really brought that out in 2020
people, yeah.
because in a time where we needed to stick together and like cooperate for a common goal, everybody went off in their own selfish corner of whatever cause they thought was more important than the unity of like fighting against and containing the the fucking pandemic.
Yeah.
And it's just been it's draining. It's been mentally exhausting. It's been a shit show of a year, where it just constantly felt like everything good was like slowly being taken away, and jumping into 2021, like 2021 is not going to be immediately better.
And that's what I mean. I don't want to be like a negative guy, but that's the case. That's true.
Yeah.
Ain't
It's
trying to
gonna
be
be like-
negative Nancy here.
It's gonna be like the standard version of 2020 into at least the first half, at least,
Yeah.
until something happens.
The normalcy that we are.
Till them aliens come.
This is the new normal, and we just have to learn how to better from the new normal now. And I think that and it goes back from everything that we talked about, like stop engaging in such toxicity, stop being such an asshole about things that don't really matter, like be a person, listen to other people talking about you, and like
Fucking relax.
yeah, and just
Jesus
relax.
Christ.
That's
Yeah.
really the thing.
That's how I feel about everything. Just calm down a bit.
Yeah,
Think.
and
Just don't take take something seriously like the virus, but everything else, relax.
yeah, it's totally.
It's not going to
okay.
kill you. It's not going to kill your family or something or whatever. But it's like,
Maybe that's
don't
like
know, this
something
is-
all they have. Like they don't
What?
have anything else, so they have to fight and die on that hill because they don't have a personality to lean into.
Hey, go
the
to
Drake
therapy.
one.
Was it?
Hey, go to therapy. That's it.
Yeah,
one,
people should really
something.
go to therapy.
Yeah.
Here's
here's
figure
my-
out, flesh out who they are.
Here's
as a
my
human.
top 3 advice if you're struggling as a person in 2020 going into 21. 1, go to therapy. 2, get a personality. 3, relax. That's it. That's
Yeah.
And this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp. You seek a therapist online today.
Yeah. But we gotta like take and also start taking people who like accountable nonsense that's happening as well, like our
Yeah.
politicians and stuff.
Oh,
Don't just
what
throw
was
it
that,
to the
Colin?
side. Thanks
Oh,
for the input,
okay.
Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, thank you, Colin.
good talk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have his headphones on. He'll see it later when he watches the podcast.
That's funny.
But yeah, man,
Yeah. I'm just saying is
I feel you on that, Tay. I really do agree with you on that.
yeah. You gotta be better, man.
I'd say, I mean,
You can't.
yeah, I mean, really, 2020 has been a hard year for everybody, and not to be a pessimism, but I think 2021 is probably going to be a lot harder just because we're going to get a lot of the aftermath of 2020. We're going to see a lot of it in 2021, but you're just going to have to get over that, and I think a real cure for that is going to be subbing to Drunken Ship at YouTube.
That's messed up.
Get a distraction.
We also
Come
have
join us
Discord,
for movie
where
night.
you can talk and cry.
But who has a venting? Is it 217 that has a venting tab?
I think so,
Do
yeah.
we have one?
I don't think that's a good idea if we put a venti tab on
Venti tab.
Drunken Ship.
No.
I don't know what's gonna fly out in there. There's gonna be some real
Gotta be
hate,
some shit.
especially from me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna I'll pop off in there.
But yeah, Tay, anything else
Over
you want to say
nothing.
about 2020?
I'm just trying to think. Like, just say relax.
It's been a fucking long
Listen.
year.
I don't think so. It's pretty quick.
It went by way too quick. That's my problem with 2020.
Yeah.
It feels like it's
I
been
think it
7
went
years.
quick because nothing happened. We kind of just stood and
Isn't
we
it
just stood
usually
still
the
and then
opposite?
just went.
I think the problem is, and I've been saying this entire year, the virus and no disrespect to people that died from the virus. I think the real issue is we're too ignorant and selfish as a society. That's our main problem.
Totally agree.
That's exactly why we're still dealing with this virus right now. People refuse to listen, refuse to stop thinking for themselves.
Totally agree.
Like, there's nurses and doctors wearing masks for like probably hours. Only thing you going is going to the grocery store for a good 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
It does not take a lot of energy to wear a mask or something, or at least be 6 feet apart.
I totally agree.
Or our president telling people to like saying the stuff is fake or whatever, to like not accepting with the facts and stuff. He's a big part of the problem. His followers are listening to him, taking it as fact, and that's a big issue. Then we have like freaking Congress don't want to give people their own money. This is our money we're getting.
Yeah,
tax.
absolutely. Yeah.
And they refuse to give people our money back.
The fuck are you eating, bro?
Some gummy candy.
I look down, I look up, and you're just chewing on something.
Yeah.
Some Starbucks.
I don't know. I just wish I was like Superman or something that's changed the entire world.
I totally feel you on that.
Make it
You gonna
better
spin
or
around the
something.
Earth? You turn back time by spinning, reversing the rotation?
Go back to
That's what
2016.
I just
happened.
need something. Because I hate living in a world like this. It's just like everyone.
Alright, you know, here's what I
pessimistic
gotta
and
say
everything.
about 2020. Let's leave Superman behind. Let's just accept the fact Superman is not the greatest villain ever, or the greatest
Okay,
hero ever.
Quitting Drunken
Let's,
Ship.
let's just
See you guys
accept the
later.
fact, man. Let's leave that 1940s racist behind. Okay?
Racist.
That's Captain America, son.
Yeah, you know he's racist as fuck.
You know Captain America.
You literally
woke
fought
up
the
from that
KKK
ice
months
bath.
ago.
Sorry. Go ahead. Say.
What?
What was that?
You know Captain America woke up from that
What?
ice bath and just like said, "Why is a black man giving me orders?" What do you mean Superman's a racist?
Yeah, I know that
Yeah,
joke. That joke
that's
is
like one of the-
hilarious.
That's one of the funniest memes ever. It's like, what's all these? What is it like?
Don't-
Or
Captain
what's
America-
the one when Captain America's in the elevator
He's
and
sweating.
that look he gives the dude? Yeah, that one. When he sees
I love
blood.
these Captain America jokes. It makes you feel so bad. Like, he's not racist, guys. But
Those
it's
are, one of those,
hilarious.
those are so top tier memes. That are like Captain America is racist as fuck.
That's hilarious.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we just need to
I think I
relax.
said enough.
Just need to relax and prioritize the things that actually need to be prioritized.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
cry on Twitter
seriously.
about
Just
some game.
chill.
Whatever.
Get a personality
you.
and go to therapy.
Fix it and get over it.
Yeah.
I think if they got a personality, they probably wouldn't need to go to therapy. They would just know not to. I don't know. Maybe some people are just I'm trying not to dwell too much on this because we're kind of running a little bit long here.
Yeah.
But just don't dwell in your hobbies too much.
Yeah.
Like, just look around. Like, interact with your loved ones. Don't get so fed up on over some bullshit online. It's not that serious. Like, anime, comic books, movies. It's not that serious. It's just it's entertainment.
That's the problem.
You're supposed
They
to
think
enjoy
Twitter's the
yourself
universe.
and move on.
Take a second.
Yeah.
What'd you say,
Yeah.
Tay?
That's nothing. Before I end the show, do you guys have like a New Year's resolution? Something you want to be better on or work on?
Yeah,
No.
let's start with Bryan.
Honestly, I just want to, get more consistent with like making stuff, like being a content creator. Jesus. I just want to be more consistent with being a content creator and like really putting in energy into making cool shit. Yeah, that's like my best thing.
I would just like a little more energy next year.
Boy,
I
you
just
are-
was
you
so
are a
fucking
sweet, sweet
drained.
little boy.
Yeah, I fucking take like 2 naps a day, dude. I can't fucking handle it, dude. I need to start waking up and doing stuff. So I'm asking for everybody in the universe to lend me your energy next year.
Oh, we all did it.
Yeah, man. I feel you on that.
Tay, what's something you got?
For me, same with Colin. I gotta get rid of this laziness attitude or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I'm going back to the gym again, starting sometime next year. In January, I know that for the fact.
Gains, baby.
I know. I think I
I'm
need to
getting back
start working out.
meditating as well too. I missed that. I used to meditate a lot back in like 2018.
Nice.
Get back into that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
start playing
more
music
money.
some more and stuff.
Jordan.
Well, I think I don't know. I've never really done New Year's revolution. Yeah, rise up. No, but I think so. I made affiliate on Twitch this year, and I think it would hopefully I would like to happen is try to make partner by next year.
Nice.
If I had to pick something. Probably
something.
mostly definitely not gonna happen, but if I had to strive for something, it'd probably be a partner.
I think it's more people. I think people set like unrealistic things for their resolutions. I kind of just work on stuff I need to prove on. Does it make any sense?
Way to
Work
say
on
that.
something you
Way to
already
say
have.
that right after Jordan says his resolution.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying because he's already there. He's a step forward.
They
one
prayed
step
for
to do
my
that.
downfall.
Yeah, it's like
They
you know
prayed.
what? You know, contrary to Jordan, my resolutions are actually more realistic.
Jordan, fuck your
No, I'm not
dreams.
saying he's not gonna do it. I'm just saying he's. Yeah,
No, but
I'm just
seriously,
saying
Crockett,
like, people like they want to go to like.
Sorry, go ahead, Tate. This fucking Discord shit. I
What's
cannot
up?
wait until we can get a studio. I cannot wait until we're in the studio at the same time.
Let me say, if you guys want to support anyone on the Discord or that's joining the Discord, if you guys want to support the Discord in any way, consider giving us a boost. So our like video quality will be vastly improved once we get to like 15 boosts or something.
That's true.
Because it is so bad right now that like Tay lags every 10 minutes and it's like his voice is like trying to catch up with him.
Really? It's like that?
Yeah, it happens like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
that's why we keep talking all at the same time, because there's a slight delay in our voices.
Okay.
Anyway, Crockett, congratulations on making affiliate.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not.
It's cool.
Nah,
as
he
shit. It's cool
garbage.
as
Don't
shit.
support him.
It's like everyone I know those affiliates. I don't. I'm just like fuck. Finally, I'm like the rest of them.
You're the only one I know that's an affiliate.
I
Colin's
just need my 3
affiliate.
Colin's
views
affiliate?
up.
Oh, I
It's
didn't know
Colin's
that.
affiliate.
Shout out to you, Colin.
Colin's been affiliate, dude.
Nice.
Affiliate dad.
Colin know that Twitch life. I have no idea what I'm doing over there. Colin got it straight. I'm working on my 3 views though. That's what I'm
Pretty sure
working on. That's
Colin
the last
has
thing
a
I have to do.
Nah, man, I wish I did.
Do you have
It's
a common
really-
fan on
It's only like you guys.
Be the
Twitch? Like that one guy you see every day.
I have a couple, but I mean they don't hang out all the time, but they stop by every now and then.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we're at like 1:30.
Yeah, let's do
so
it. Let's wrap this
it
shit
up. Okay, Brian, where can they find you at?
Twitter at Bryan Archilla and Twitch at BryanBrowny.
Colin, where can they find you at?
Twitter at _space whales and Twitch at MonkeyOmega.
And Tay, where can they find you at?
Twitter _TayInfinite and Twitch.tv/TayInfinite and YouTube.com/TayInfinite.
YouTube.com/TayInfinite. And guys, if you want to follow me anywhere on Twitter, I am cyber_calamity, and on Twitch, you can follow me at CyberCalamity. And that's all you need to find me at, because you don't need to know my Instagram. No one does. Guys, if you like this podcast, you can sub to us on Twitter, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the things. Anywhere you can find a podcast, we're probably there. We also have a big Discord. I have probably mentioned in the Discord like 16 times. I can't stress enough how important the Discord is to us and how much fun it is. So definitely check out the Discord. If you're a small streamer, definitely check it out, because we do let you promote yourself in there, and it's great because we can support you, you can support us, and it's a big happy family. And I think that's about it, guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching.
Yeah. Drunken Ship, a year in review.
Yeah, you guys have a happy New Year's.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year's,
Yeah.
buds.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's. It is New Year's Eve.
It is.
And this episode
Yeah.
is going up today. So guys, enjoy.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys.
See you next
Take
year.
care.
Take it easy.
See you next. God, I hate that.
Do you know next year is next?
It's tomorrow,
Wait, the joke is
okay?
wrong.
Next year is tomorrow.
No, it's supposed to be like last week would be like next year. New Year's is 2020 is next week, next month. You seen that joke before?
What the fuck are you talking about?
In the podcast. In the podcast.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys later.